Thanks. First of all, thank you very much to our host and hostess, I had you on the brain because I was going to think, what's their name and what's her name? Thank you so much. It's a great blessing to us to use your home. And you've also, if anybody doesn't know, Blaine was, I don't know, second or third teacher in a row of teachers. We go through teachers like we go through new shoes. We're very hard on our teachers. But thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that we've known throughout the years. The walkers in the back, theater friends, dance friends, homeschool friends, Bible Bee friends. I thank you so much because Kayla loves people, as you all know. And I know you've all loved her right back, and it's been a blessing to me as a dad and our family as well. So, but I do have some prepared texts that I'm going to read through. When I was thinking of this, we came to the Champions graduation, and I remember the arrow analogy that you always hear about. And there was a movie called Like Arrows. And being an engineer, I got to tinker with that kind of thing. So I always think of arrows, and the metaphor is, we fashion our children like arrows. You make the arrowhead and the shaft straight and the feathers on the back to guide it true. But I think as an engineer, we got to remember that arrow needs a guidance system, doesn't it? And to me, it needs a little computer on there. For me, that's God.
Right.
I was going to bring my Bible to it, but I forgot it. But God is that system. Once that arrow leaves the bow, yeah, it's straight and true. You've done everything you can as a parent or as an archer. But on the way, isn't it great that arrow has an internal guidance system? And for us, that's our Lord, that's the Word, that's our faith. And so I know that's been always good with Rachel and Kayla to have them centered on the Word, loving God, loving people, and trying to help them in their walk as well as parents. Because as everybody knows, we have some flaws, right?
Yes.
They'll tell you about it later. So Kayla, your qualities that I love so much about you. Lori always thinks I use as an excuse. I grew up Catholic. So I'm very reserved. I don't go out and corner people about their faith. It's been really stretching for me for Bible Bee to go out and evangelize, to hit people over the head. I'll hit them over the head about politics, but when it comes to religion, I have a tough time. I'm more private that way. But Kayla's boldness, and also Rachel too, has just been a blessing to me as your dad. I've learned from her. And I have this theme of this speech called The Divine. And it's been amazing to me as a dad to see how God has grown me beyond where I could have thought. And I couldn't even plan. It's such a wonderful experience to have children. And you can have a wonderful life without children, but it's just been such a great journey for us to see them grow and stretch themselves and us in their walk. So I appreciate that, Kayla. I love your passion for God, for people, and for the arts, because you didn't get it from us, right? Between the two of us, we got 4 left feet. But now, for Kayla, I always told people, and Lori's heard it enough times because she's my wife and she's heard me tell the story, but when her first, Rachel blazed the trail and dance and stuff and doing that. And Kayla followed behind her. She always wanted to be like her big sister. But she, at 4 years old, or maybe 3.5, she was that one kid on stage that knew the numbers. She had that memory. And people would look to her and say, well, what am I supposed to do now? And so she wasn't perfect, but she just had that focus, that laser-like focus that's continued throughout her life. Sometimes too many things going on to focus on, but still focus. The other part is she had a real tough spot when she broke her arm about 2008. I got the pictures on the slides to show when it came up. I remembered what it was. But that was a really tough time for her, and she went through a lot of rehab. And I just really appreciated her determination. And it's kind of fast forward to today, where we're dealing with COVID and the disappointments of graduations and other things not necessarily happening. And she's really kind of, she struggled with it, but she's really borne down and really felt that you could see her walk out her faith in that, and I really appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
I do have a personal story that she's so focused. Like, I went with her to, they had this thing called the Arizonis, the walkers would know about it, and she was nominated for an award, like, I think you were 8 or 9, one of her Still Life with Iris play, and she's going to the award, and it was an honor to be nominated. She's 8 or 9, and she's going up against teenagers and some young adults, and I'm trying to tell her, I sat with her in the audience. They could only have a parent and the nominee, and then the other people had to be in the balcony. But she's sitting there, she's like, oh, I understand that, I understand. But when they announced the winner, which wasn't her, she was like devastated. I'm like, how we talked about this? And she's so determined to win the award. You know, so it was kind of she learned, but you know, there's many successes that are learned through disappointments. Okay, I do have a couple verses. I wouldn't be a self-respecting Bible reader without. I memorize it. I have a couple. I have my own life verse that I've always liked. A lot of people have this one. It's Proverbs 3:5-6. And you know, Kayla walks this out, and that's what I always tell her. I told her sister, it's you know, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path, or make straight your path. That's been my life verse, because sometimes it says make straight your path, but sometimes your path isn't so straight, right? But it'll be directed by Him. So, and then the other one, let's see. On the arrows, there's Psalms 127:3-5. It says, behold, children are a heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is His reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with enemies in the gate. Well, my quiver is as full as any man that has 10 or 12. For some reason, 2 is enough for me. Lori would have liked to have more, but she asked me when I was in my mid-40s. And I'm like, oh, I didn't have the faith that she had. But the point is I've been blessed beyond measure. I could have had 10, but the 2 I had were such a blessing, and I'm thankful to God that my quiver was full of 2 great arrows. So, then I'm going to end it, really I will. You all know this theologian Paul Simon, you know, of Simon and Garfunkel? There's a song of his that I always touch my heart. It's called Father and Daughter. And I'm going to just read the lyrics. It's very spiritual. No, I'm not going to sing it. Run out the door. But it just says, if you leap awake in the mirror of a bad dream, and for a fraction of a second you can't remember where you are, just open your window and follow your memory upstream to the meadow in the mountain where we counted every falling star. I believe the light that shines on you, God, will shine on you forever, well beyond when I leave this earth. And though I can't guarantee there's nothing scary hiding under your bed, even though I check once in a while, I'm going to stand guard like a postcard of a golden retriever and never leave till I leave you. With a sweet dream in your head, I'm going to watch you shine. It sounds better with lyric than music. I'm going to watch you shine. I'm going to watch you grow. I'm going to paint a sign so you'll always know. As long as 1 and 1 is 2, right? Yes. There could never be a father who loved his daughter more than I love you, and you too, Rachel. Trust your intuition. It's just like going fishing. You cast your line and hope you'll get a blank line. So,
Thank you.